ChatGPT is my best friend. Marketing is a big thing. Creating a plan, setting exposure for yourself, talking about your business, chemical peels. That's one thing that I have learned this year is they're here to stay because it's result driven.
Young people motivator.
I am living my dream.
So happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you as well. You look gorgeous.
You too. Come on. I'm so happy to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
I know. I'm like, there's so much that we need to catch up on. Congratulations on the new baby too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Baby number 3.
Baby number 3.
Abi, super many questions. I've actually been researching you before we get ready for this call. Before you, I've got like a deep research on you, which was so interesting and so funny. You are so much deeper than what actually I think the client can see from Instagram or from your website.
Yeah.
You have your own podcast and you cover so deep emotional subjects. And I've actually listened to a couple of your.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That was so good. I mean, you're bringing to the surface subjects that are very deep and not everybody can talk about them. And I was super excited to ask you more questions and to hear, because you're kind of like more, I would say for me, you are right now more like a mentor, young people motivator into more business industry. So it's really cool. It's much more than aesthetics. It's more. Okay, can we start please with just give us heads up of what you do, what's most thing you're proud of in your business, and how people can find you after, and then I will ask all of my questions.
Well, my name is Abi Melendez, and I am the owner of New Skin Tech. One of the things that I'm really proud of is how fast I grew my brand as New Skin Tech and how fast it took off on social media. It opened many doors for me that I never imagined, and now I get to share my story with other people. And another thing that I'm super passionate about, like you discussed with my podcast, is I'm really into self-development, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. And I integrate both worlds in my studio, where me and my clients, we have our own therapy sessions, or even if they were a little bit curious about the topics that I do talk about, they know that they can come to me and they will feel safe talking to me. So that's another thing that I'm really proud of, is building like these relationships and the mental growth that I've done in these past 3 years.
So you've been an esthetician for the past 3 years, right?
Yes.
You are freshly graduated. That's very cool, because you have still these fresh memories from the aesthetic school. Can you share, because I know it's a big subject right now, of what current aesthetic schools do offer and don't offer. So from your perspective, again, from the moment when you just graduate till where you are right now, what would you wish aesthetic school can offer you more in terms of business of aesthetic industry?
Yeah, it was actually a really hard journey for me, because it's something that I had to figure it out all on my own. And at the time I was only 20 and I didn't know anything about business. So I was doing my own research, and something that they don't teach you about is the financial side of owning a business and what you need to start a business, how much money you should be saving monthly, and understanding profit. That's another thing that took me about my second year to fully understand, is how to be a profitable esthetician. Taxes is another thing that I stress about my first year in particular. I had no idea what I was doing, but along my journey, I kind of just figured it out. And now I wish that they did put a little bit of more effort as far as like understanding the finances and also understanding marketing. Marketing is a big thing especially when you're a solo esthetician. Learning how to properly market yourself and the different marketing strategies that there are out there is one of those things that I really wish they explained.
Are there any specific apps or resources where you've learned those? Like, what helped you to find the answers to all of your questions, specifically about business, financial, taxes, and all the stuff that maybe you can share so others can just start learning it already?
YouTube is a free platform. I
Awesome.
I was till this day, if I have a question, there's somebody out there that has an answer.
Yeah.
So, especially YouTube, I'm a visual and learner, so YouTube is the best way for me to learn. If I need something like really quickly for me to understand, I learn through other people like TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram. They're always offering free advice. But we also have bookstores as well too, where you can check out some books. And there was a book that I read, I think it's called The Money Mindset.
Uh-huh.
That book changed my perspective about
Nice.
money and in a way of like how I can be more financially savvy. But ChatGPT is my best friend. Like if
Mine
I knew
too.
if I knew I would have used ChatGPT earlier in my career if I
Yeah.
wasn't so afraid of it. Now, if I have a question regarding like finances, business, or if I need something to be structured, I will for sure be using AI. But another thing that I've done as well is just asking
Mhm.
my other fellow estheticians. And when we would go to the trade shows, I would be asking other estheticians because there would be estheticians that scaled their business to six figures and
Mhm.
more, or have opened multiple locations. So I just asked some questions and they were nice enough to give me some of those answers. So it was a mixture of really trying to find the answer
Yeah.
and in the process experiencing all the things that I needed to experience. And that brought me a lot of knowledge as well too.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to use the community where you are
Yeah.
in order to build your experience. That's awesome. I agree with
Yeah.
Abi. You are a very unique example of a solo estheticians who became being solo at the very beginning of the career. What would you recommend, like top 3 things for those who just graduate or going to graduate to be focused on if they want to start their solo career as an esthetician?
The first thing I did when I was in esthetician school, I had a journal and I wrote everything down. I wrote all of my goals. I wrote down 3 month goals, 6 month goals, and a year goal. I also learned about branding. That's another
Uh-huh.
thing that was a new word for me at the time. I was like, what is branding? And I just searched about what was branding. And I was thinking about, for example, Coca-Cola, they have a specific brand, which is the red, the bear. So branding is what's going to separate you from other estheticians, and it's going to make you unique. And you're going to find your ideal clientele, but your ideal clientele will also find you based off your niche. So I would definitely plan everything out, have a journal, think about who is your ideal clientele, think about your monthly, weekly, and daily goals and how you can actually be proactive to achieve those goals. Another thing is putting yourself out there from the beginning. From the beginning, I was on Instagram. Even when I was in aesthetic school, I was always posting on my stories. And in my mind, I had the mindset of I already have 100,000 followers. Like even though I only had like 50, I
Uh-huh.
acted like I already had 100,000 followers, and I showed up as that. And then a year later is when my account really blew up, and I didn't change anything. I just
Mhm.
became that person.
That's
So
awesome.
definitely putting yourself out there, always speaking about what you want to do. So if you're a solo esthetician, start having that anticipation with your audience, with your family, with your friends. A lot of people want to support you. It's just that sometimes we're a little bit too shy and we don't want to talk about it because it's a new business. But you'd be surprised how many people will support you. And particularly strangers will support you the most. And a lot of people will be rooting for you. So creating a plan, setting exposure for yourself, talking about your business. And another thing I would do is, what else I would do? I feel like I've done a lot.
Yeah, you've done already a lot. I can give you a hint. What about how would you write down the strategy to ensure that your clients are coming back, for making sure that your clientele is recurring?
So, one thing that I would do is you got to be clear about your plan, and you have to set a plan as far as like how they come into the door, how the room smells, how it visually looks appealing. You also want to make sure that we're rebooking the clientele as well too. And if we're not rebooking them because of their schedule, setting an intentional plan for them for the next couple of months, that will make the client rebook or come back as well.
How to make sure that your clients, maybe you have your own tips, let's say how you are ensuring that your clients are coming back? You're rebooking them right away, or would you do the follow-up? Would it be text message, or would it be email? How you're making sure that your clients are coming back to you?
I make sure that they don't forget about me. So I'm making sure that they're visually seeing me on Instagram. I'm always sending out text marketing, email marketing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always rebooking them, and I do follow up with them after their
Mm-hmm.
appointment because I don't want them to think that they're just a number. I actually do
Yeah.
care about their skincare goals. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not pushy, but I am there, like where they know that if they do have a skincare question, they can message me. And usually I respond within 24 hours, but they have that reassurance that my esthetician actually cares about me. So
Mm-hmm.
really just being intentional is genuinely what I do.
That's awesome. This is
Mhm.
so authentic and so real. I mean, this is kind of how to enjoy what you do in real life without just
Yeah.
trying to make it your business. That's beautiful. What
Yeah.
about content creation? Because you are big on Instagram, and this is beautiful. And this is what you just mentioned, feeling yourself like you already have 100,000 followers without even having them. You just
Yeah.
feel it and you act like that. So if there is someone who have just 1 hour per week for the social media, what would you recommend to be focusing on? What type of content, how to do it, and how to make it better?
I would focus on videos.
Mhm.
So reels, TikToks is the number one thing that gives the most reach. So
Mhm.
really focusing on perfecting your reels, and that includes your lighting, your camera setting, executing a plan before shooting. So if you're going to shoot something, being intentional with shooting and posting that consistently every week. And consistency not just means how much you post, is the quality of the video and the message of the video. So being consistent and intentional with every post is definitely what's going to bring in that following, even if it's just one video, because one video
Mhm.
can blow up to 10,000 views or
Yeah.
more. And
Yeah.
from that one video that you posted that one week could bring in 20 clients.
I agree. So quality over quantity.
Yes, quality over quantity every single day and every
Awesome.
time.
What about then talking about the perfect facial? What do you think sets apart just a good facial from the unforgettable one?
I really love the word intention because I'm very intentional with
Uh-huh.
everything I do, including the facial.
Mhm.
So, one thing I would recommend is aromatherapy. So, I use
Oh,
all of the
yes.
senses. I
Uh-huh.
use the scent, so that's aromatherapy. And going back to branding, my aromatherapy is eucalyptus and lavender. So, whenever they smell that, they know it's time for their facial, down to the hot towels, making sure that the temperature is not too hot. So ensuring that the client is comfortable throughout the whole entire experience, including gentle reminders if there's like an enzyme that's a little bit spicy, just telling them, hey, this is normal, this is going to be a little spicy. Or if you're introducing maybe like some cold therapy, cryo, introducing the cryo before actually applying it to the
Uh-huh.
skin is
So they know
truly.
what to expect.
Exactly. They won't be afraid. So,
Mm-hmm.
and just one, and another thing that I've noticed too is the client consultation is truly
Mm-hmm.
what makes a good facial, and listening, like truly listening to your clients in a non-judgmental way, to where as soon as they lay down and they will feel comfortable because you're not judging at them, or they're coming to you with their skin concerns. They don't feel like they need to be perfect. They know that you
Mm-hmm.
are the professional and you're going to be there to help them. So
Yeah.
really making the whole process easy for them, to where they don't even have to think about lifting a finger. At the end of the treatment, I always offer teas. A lot of my clients love a warm, comforting tea, or I even have affirmations for them as well too, for them to like pick up and grab.
Awesome.
So I genuinely make the whole entire experience an
It's an experience.
experience. Yeah.
That's wonderful. I love it. I love all the small details which makes it really special and really unforgettable. That's awesome. What
Yeah.
about, because I know that you are really big in combining this beautiful, relaxing, nourishing vibes together with the high-tech advanced technologies, including AI, skin analysis. And
Yes.
how does it work for you? How do you balance it so it feels not like too much of a difference from high tech to super soothing and spa like? How do you balance it?
I think visually my spa looks very relaxing. So
Mhm.
even if we were to do the AI skin analysis, the surrounding is super relaxing. Going back to the aromatherapy is still super relaxing. And even down to my music, it's really relaxing music. And the way I speak to my clients is very in a soft, relaxing tone. So whenever we do the skin analysis, they're not like, what is this? Like, I don't know what we're
Uh-huh.
doing. Like, it feels like clinical. The whole environment is pure relaxation. And I explain to them what we're going to do, and I educate them as of why I'm doing this and how this can help them understand their skin a little bit better. Because at the end of the day, they are coming to relax, but I do combine those two worlds where it's relaxation and clinical. And that is part of my brand. So as soon as they come in, they know that they're going to receive the best of both worlds. So
Mhm.
AI has been something that has advanced my facials even more and my whole spa, because I'm like a one stop, like, okay, we get to relax, but then they also leave educated.
And clinical results on their skin as well. Talking about this big leap from like super holistic to being balanced between spa vibes together with the high tech. So, did you see any changes in your approach to the clients' skincare and also the results from the moment when you were able to introduce devices like cold technology or HydroDiamond or any other of modalities that you like? Do you see any changes of the skin? Does it help you to bring more results for the clients?
Oh, most definitely. I believe they were super excited when I did bring in these new technologies, because now they're taking their skin a little bit more serious. It's not just a day spa or a place where they get to relax, is a place where they also get clinical results. So it was a great transition. And I would say it even brought me even more clientele.
Nice.
And yeah, it brought me a different set of clientele, because the type of clientele that came through when I did have these devices were the clientele that wanted the skin results, and
Yeah.
they just had the bonus of the relaxation. So to
Nice.
them, it was like, oh, we also get relaxing. And my relaxing clients is like, oh, we also get skin results. And not just from a holistic approach, because I still love holistic skincare, but also from a little bit of a more advanced approach as well. So I'm
Yeah.
able to target their actual skin concerns now using all of these devices, and making the facial even a little bit, as far as treatment, shorter, so I can
Mhm.
focus on the massage parts.
Nice. So you're able to kind of achieve the same clinical results with less time because of the technology.
Exactly.
Nice. That's a
Mhm.
good point. What's your favorite modality? The modality that you would do every single time the clients will come?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm like I'm like, I use so many. Okay, my favorite is the LED therapy.
Okay.
LED therapy is my favorite. It's holistic, but it's also
Mhm.
clinical. It's scientific, but it's also relaxing, because red light
Uh-huh.
therapy helps improve moods, but also at the same time takes care of skin. During that portion of my facial, I love to include sound bowl healing. So they get
Oh,
the
that's so
best of
good.
both worlds. Yeah. In the
Nice.
middle of the red LED light, I play the sound bowls, or sometimes I even do a little guided meditation as well too
Uh-huh.
for them. And when I put the LED light, I just know they're gonna go to sleep. There's something about the light that makes them fall asleep. And after that, they woke up to a nice skin, and they're like, "Oh, what just happened? I just went
Uh-huh.
to another world."
That's so awesome. That's beautiful. Abi, what about combination of, for example, Zemit's technology and what skincare brand you like to combine the most?
I currently am using SkinScript. Is one
Mhm.
of my favorite brands, because we can go from like super low enzymes to like really high enzymes. And I've noticed that the mask paired with the high tech works super well together. One of my favorite masks is the golden honey mask, and I
Okay.
love to use it when I do cryo. I even like to use the peptide mask from Zemitz as well too, to do cryo. So I definitely use most of SkinScript's brand as far as cleansers and masks and enzymes. And I also dabble into other skincare lines, but SkinScript is my main line. And I've been able to integrate both of them perfectly without
Nice.
damaging the skin barrier.
do you have your like signature protocol? What you currently have Verstant HD, right?
Mhm.
HydroDiamond. So what would be your top favorite protocol if you're talking about clients visiting you first time and they need like a basic first introductory facial? What would you do?
So I love to do my Oxy Glow facial, which is with the oxygen infusion and the LED therapy. I don't start off my clients straight away with the HydroDiamond unless if I know their skin barrier is intact and
Okay,
they're
okay.
already having a good skincare treatment.
Good
But
point.
yeah, but the first thing I do love to do is my Oxy Glow facial because it's super soothing and super hydrating at the end of the facial. And it is a full customizable treatment. So I also do dermaplaning with it because with the Oxy Glow, I'm not using any other form of exfoliation besides
Nice.
like an enzyme mask or dermaplaning or some sort of scrub. But that's definitely one of my favorite protocols to do.
Nice. What about, because this is a subject that's been in our industry forever, how deep would you go with exfoliation if you're sure that the skin can handle it, if this skin type is okay? Can you combine, because I know that there are different opinions, there are different protocols, can you combine dermaplaning with micro HydroDiamond exfoliation and maybe if you wish to add any kind of very, very mild pill?
You can. I will tell you, I'm not the esthetician that will do that. And the only reason why it's most of my clientele are clients that have not started a skincare routine, have never seen an esthetician. So right now, this year is where, because I transitioned from holistic to more of the clinical side, this year is where I really introduced chemical peels. So because I just introduced chemical peels, my clients are still starting to trust me as far as like mixing modalities.
Yeah.
But because I live in Houston, Texas, our weather here is super humid and super hot. So I've noticed that there's a lot of reaction in this climate in Houston, but there's also different skin types. So men can handle a little bit of a deeper exfoliation, especially those that do struggle with like beard or any type of texture. They are able to mix all of those modalities. But preference, I would rather just keep it safe than just
Yeah.
do one treatment this time and educate them exactly why I'm doing this, and then maybe have them come in about like 2 weeks if I'm talking about like an acne client. If they really need that deep cleanse, I would rather do a series of that instead of doing it all in one.
That's very smart. I like it's kind of like being rather doing it more often but safer, and making sure that you're going specifically layer by layer but being
Yeah,
super, super safe. I like it. It's super.
yeah.
Abi, can you tell me how often would you use cryo cold technology and what would be your favorite skin types to be used with the cold therapy?
Anybody that struggles with inflammation, it will benefit from the cryo. So that's acne clients. I always recommend my clients to do cryo at home. It could be with an ice globe or like some sort of jade mask or jade roller. But
Yeah.
I would have them come in. I don't have the cryo just yet, but I do have it with my Versian HD
Yeah.
and I use it in every single treatment. Because
Nice.
right
At the
after
end, right?
yeah, and towards the end, because at first we're exfoliating and then afterwards we're calming. So I always make sure that when the client does leave, they don't leave with super reactive skins because that could psychologically make them think that something went wrong when it's
Yeah.
just like pinkish. But just to keep it safe, I do like to do cryo. But I love doing it on rosacea clients. They need it the most. They hold a lot of heat on their cheeks, and the cryo to them is actually super, super, super soothing. But in general, overall, everybody can benefit from cryo. Anybody. It's
I love it.
skin tightening, it's calming inflammation, it's relaxing. So anybody can benefit from it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, Abby, I know that you are, again, you're doing all the type of aesthetically professional trends on social media. Talking about the trends in the industry, not social media, but more industry trends. Which one do you think, on your opinion, are here to stay and which one probably will not hold for too long?
For sure, chemical peels. That's
Okay.
one thing that I have learned this year is they're here to stay because it's result driven. Another thing that I really know that's going to stay is the hydrodermabrasion. It's something that it's really new to the industry as far as in the last 5 years and has
Yeah.
gained a lot of popularity now because it's a double form of exfoliation. I definitely believe that's gonna stay. Dermaplaning is gonna stay. Everybody loves the dermaplane. I've noticed that if they're not doing the HydroDiamond, they want to ask me, "Can you please dermaplane my face?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, fine." Maybe microcurrent, and the only reason
Uh-huh.
why it's because I've noticed in the recent years we've been approaching more of a holistic approach. So
Mhm.
I think facial massages are going to be way more beneficial, and not just beneficial, but also relaxing. And I think it'll start to pick up as a trend more.
That's
And
interesting,
then,
yeah.
yeah, that's one thing I've noticed in this year is now we're all like talking about holistic health as far as like our
Mhm.
vitamins. Everybody is starting to learn about the gua sha. Even
Yeah.
that died down a little bit, but I'm
Uh-huh.
noticing that it's being reintroduced because now we're talking about lymphatic drainage. So I
Mhm.
would say maybe microcurrent just because I use it, but I don't use it as often. I use more of my fingers more than
Yeah.
anything.
That's a good point, actually. I would tell you, I agree with the idea that there is a shift towards more holistic approach, and it depends on the market and depends
Yeah.
on the location. So, for example, here in the US, microcurrent is not that big, so it's more it though very old technology. So,
Yeah.
to tell you the truth, it's been on market forever. It doesn't have a big rise for the past year, so it's been like it is and it is. Back
Yeah.
in Europe, it's been super popular for the past years. It's like diamond microdermabrasion, I would tell you, is dying as of how popular it is in Europe. HydroDiamond is getting more and more popular because no one just wants to make it dry. Everybody wishing to make it already like hydro, plus having the benefits of mechanical exfoliation with the
You're
diamond.
so right. You know what? You're so right because I haven't had a client ask me if they can I can dry dermabrasion
Yeah.
on their skin. I have not, and I haven't done it. Actually, you're
Yeah.
so right. I have not done that
It
service
just
in
I
a
still
long
though I
time.
think it's basics. It should be because this is the basic technology that being taught at school. So every single body should know how to do it and be
For
able to do
sure.
it. But as of the trends, I think that that's something that is getting less and less
Popular.
practiced
For
recently.
sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's just interesting to
It
observe.
is interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a great answer.
I also what I've noticed with the holistic request, the buccal massage. If you
Oh,
ever seen this with the intraoral massage when they do the gloves and then do this, getting more and more popular. Again, it's more European approach initially, so it came from France originally. Now it's getting more like sculpturing, lifting massage, but it's also hands. It's super holistic. It's just being performed
mhm.
in a very unusual form.
Yeah, and that's what we're into right now. We're
Yeah,
we're trying to make sure that our jaw is snatched and we're like nice and
yeah.
toned. I totally get it.
Yeah. Abi, can you share with me when did you become a mentor? When you discovered it in yourself that you're ready to share and become a mentor for other esthetician, and how is it going for you?
I feel like I always mentor everybody in my personal life. My clients, I'm always mentoring them. And I took that role as a mentor at a very young age because I was learning so many things so fast. And I wanted to make sure that everybody learned the things that I knew. I made that transition. I would say my second year in business, just because I was growing so fast, but not
Mhm.
just growing fast in actually my business. Mentally I was growing and growing and growing, and because of my social media it was almost like a demand for me to
Mhm.
become a mentor. It wasn't necessarily something that I initially thought about. It was
Uh-huh.
if people were texting me like, can you mentor me,
That's
can we
so
hop on a call,
awesome.
can I like shadow when you're working. So people were already reaching out to me, and I was like, okay, you know what, is this something that I should be doing? And one day I'm like, you know what, I have the knowledge, I have my own experience, and I'm always guiding my friends, and I've helped people as far as my own community start their own businesses to where now they're super successful with
Yeah.
just the little things that I've shared with them. And now it's going even better because I've learned so much as far as like being 3 years in the industry. I've learned so much more now. And next year, I hope it's even better. And I have a really nice surprise for next year as far as a retreat. So I hope
Nice.
that we can all get together and
Oh,
do
yes.
in-person mentorship.
That's so
Um,
wonderful. Someone has to do it.
I would love to do that. I would so love to do it,
Ah,
and I will do it, and I'll share the details soon as far as in-person mentorship, as far as relaxation at the same time.
that's so amazing. I love that you are so passionate about it. It's not just like doing your every kind of everyday basic routine. It's something so different. It's mentorship. It's doing the treatments. It's creating content for social media, podcast. It's this ideas as of retreat. It's beautiful. It's so wide and so fulfilled with your passion.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I am living my dreams by fulfilling all of these passions. I am a true creative, and I cannot stay still. I'm always
That's
thinking.
awesome. Don't do it. Just go ahead and whatever you have this spark in order to do something, just feel it through and then just make it exponent it, make it bigger and bigger and make it happen. That's wonderful. Abi, I want to ask you a funny question. Can you share the secret thing what clients can do that secretly would drive every esthetician crazy? Is there anything that you would feel like, you were doing it again?
Picking, and we all do it. And but the thing is, when they pick their skin, it sets them back, and we break the skin barrier. So if a client is picking and there's a trauma to the skin, I
Mhm.
can't perform the facials that I want to perform because I have to go back to rebuilding that skin barrier. So
Mhm.
it goes back to when educating the client as far as like what not to do, but also finding ways for them to not pick at their skin. And I always make sure that I give them the affirmation of like, one, don't look at a magnifying mirror. Like, please stay away from the magnifying mirrors. And I even tell my clients to tell themselves every single morning, my skin's beautiful, my skin's healthy, I don't need anything else. Like, I'm fine. Like, my esthetician has it, and they know to do that. But they also know that if they have the urge to pick, I give them other options. So there's
Mhm.
sulfur spots, they're just treatment spots. I
Mhm.
always tell my clients to ice their skin, especially their breakouts, because icing is
Mhm.
going to go ahead and help fix the capillary walls and reduce the inflammation as far as acne. But yeah, please don't pick. It's one thing that we all like, we know that you do it and we want to be nice about it, but please don't do it.
That's awesome. I love it. It's so truthful though. You see, it's not something that you made up. It's a real story. It's something that
Yeah.
happening, keep happening back again and again. My last question. What next skill or what next technology would you want to add to your portfolio next year?
Definitely cryo. Cryo for sure, because I use it so much in my treatment room
Yeah.
that I want to start transitioning more into body services now. It's something that I
Mm.
haven't done, and it's something that I am interested in. I have had a couple of clients ask me about it as well because I'm also really active at the gym too. So it's another way for me to introduce that into here as far as like sculpting. So I would
Mhm.
love to do cryo, and hopefully next year we get to do it too.
Yay. Sculpting is actually really, really big and beautiful. I love when I started, I actually was initially, I graduated the medical school, then I have my massage therapist license, and then I went for the esthetician license. So I actually do like to work with the body a little bit more than with the face.
Oh,
It's so much more
awesome.
responsive because with the lymphatic drainage and proper technique, you see the changes right away. So if you want to do this wow thing, so body gives you faster, I would say, picture of what can be by the end. Like cellulite is actually really easy to treat. It's not a magic. You just need to understand how it works. So I'm very, very happy for you. If you
Yeah.
need any advice or any ideas moving forward, I'm here to help. I am a big body sculpturing fan. So
Oh,
I'll be a good
please.
step.
Please, because you see, what you just mentioned is cellulite is really easy to fix. I didn't know that, and a lot of clients don't.
Yeah.
And I just thought about my mom when you said that, and I was like, oh my God, I can already tell her, like, come get a sculpture, and I got you with your cellulite. So it's
Yeah.
definitely a good market for sure.
for because it's kind of like a very common struggle. I know that I've
Yeah,
actually been
for
doing
sure.
the analysis. Much more people are taking care of their facial features compared to the body, but
For
then
sure.
if you have the solid confirmation that there are ways, it's not easy. I mean, there is 50-50. Half of
Yeah.
it you do in the treatment room, and then even less, you do like 30%, and then 70% your client's supposed to do it their home care routine. But it's possible if they know how to act, what to do. It's really, really easy to achieve. I'll be happy to share when you're
Oh, please.
awesome. Thank you so much, Abby.
Of
It was
course.
wonderful. I'm so happy to be finally talking with you. You
Yes.
are a whole treasure of lots of authentic and very truthful knowledge in your own opinion, which I truly appreciate, and I truly like the ways how you respond, because it's your personal perspective to this, and it's beautiful. Don't
Thank
change.
you.
Don't change. Stay the same. Stay authentic, and then I'll support you as much as I can. So thank you.
Oh, Olga, thank you
Super,
so
super.
much.
That was
You
wonderful. I truly enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. I just want to say like how grateful I am for you to even give me this type of platform for me to actually share my ideas and even doing a little bit of the research behind who Abby is besides New Skin Tech. I really do
Yeah.
appreciate that. And
Uh,
I've always felt seen and heard with you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I wish you all the best. And then whatever you need me, or you have more questions, or you want to ask me some question about the technologies, modalities, feel free. I'm ready to participate all kinds of video activity if you want.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy. I sure will.
Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, Abby. Bye.